When you see David Bromstad on screen, it's easy to be drawn in by his bright smile, playful humor, and effortless charm. But behind that vibrant personality is a story shaped by resilience, creativity, and quiet strength. His journey isn't just about television success. It's about becoming whole after facing moments that could have dimmed his light. What makes his story powerful is not dramatic headlines or controversy, but the way he has consistently chosen growth over bitterness. Over time, David has become more than a TV host. He represents the idea that you can rebuild yourself piece by piece, no matter where you start. His life reminds us that sometimes the most colorful personalities are formed in contrast to life's darker shades, and that true joy often comes from learning how to carry your past with grace instead of letting it define you. Growing up, different in a small town, David's early life in a quiet Midwestern town shaped much of who he would become. As a creative and sensitive child, he often felt different from those around him, especially in an environment that didn't always celebrate individuality. School years can be challenging for anyone, but for David, they were marked by moments that made him feel isolated and misunderstood. Instead of finding support, he often had to navigate those emotions alone, which left a lasting impact on his confidence and sense of belonging. Yet even in those difficult times, there were signs of the person he would grow into. He found comfort in imagination, color, and artistic expression. These early struggles didn't break him. They quietly planted the seeds of empathy and strength that would later define his personality and his connection with people across the world. Finding refuge in creativity. When the outside world felt overwhelming, David turned inward and discovered something powerful: his creativity. Art became more than a hobby. It became a safe space where he could express emotions he couldn't always put into words. Through drawing, design, and color, he began to process his experiences and rebuild his confidence. What's fascinating is that the bold, joyful style people admire today actually has roots in those earlier years. His love for bright palettes and expressive designs wasn't random. It was a response to hardship, a way of reclaiming joy. Over time, creativity gave him a sense of control and identity. It allowed him to see beauty where others might not. This period of self-discovery quietly shaped the foundation of his future career and taught him a lesson he still carries. Sometimes, healing doesn't come through answers, but through expression. Chasing dreams and facing setbacks. Like many young creatives, David had big dreams, including working in animation. Achieving that goal was a proud moment, but life had other plans. When his career path suddenly shifted due to circumstances beyond his control, it forced him into a period of uncertainty. For many, such a moment could feel like failure, but for David, it became a turning point. Losing a dream job didn't mean losing purpose. Instead, it pushed him to explore new directions and rediscover his strengths. During that time, he leaned on his creativity again, slowly transitioning into design work that felt more personal and expressive. This chapter of his life highlights something deeply relatable. Success isn't always a straight line. Sometimes, the most meaningful paths come from unexpected detours, and what feels like an ending can quietly open the door to something even better. Stepping into the spotlight. David's entry into television wasn't something he had meticulously planned. It happened because he was willing to take a chance. When he joined a design competition show, he brought not only talent, but also authenticity and personality. Viewers quickly connected with his energy, and it became clear that he offered something unique. Winning that competition changed everything, opening doors to opportunities that would define his career. As a host, he didn't just focus on design, he focused on people. His warmth, humor, and genuine curiosity made him stand out in a crowded industry. Audiences weren't just watching transformations of spaces, they were connecting with someone who felt real. This authenticity became his signature, proving that success in the public eye isn't just about skill, but about being unapologetically yourself. Navigating personal challenges with grace. Even as his career flourished, David experienced personal challenges that tested his resilience. Instead of responding publicly or letting negativity define him, he chose a quieter path, one rooted in patience and trust. He allowed time and truth to speak for themselves, showing a level of composure that many found admirable. At the same time, he faced deeply personal moments involving loved ones, which required him to step back and focus on what truly mattered. These experiences revealed another side of him, not the energetic TV personality, but the grounded, compassionate individual behind it. Rather than seeking attention during difficult times, he prioritized presence and care. This approach not only strengthened his character, but also deepened the respect people had for him, proving that strength doesn't always need to be loud to be powerful. A quiet period of reflection and growth. There came a time when David became less visible, especially on social media. While some might have wondered about his absence, it was actually a period of reflection and renewal. Stepping away allowed him to reconnect with himself without the noise of public expectations. When he returned, there was a noticeable shift, not in his personality, but in his perspective. His posts became more thoughtful, more grounded, and more focused on everyday moments rather than constant activity. It was clear that he had taken time to understand himself better and to realign with what truly brought him peace. This phase of his life serves as a reminder that stepping back isn't a sign of weakness. Sometimes, it's exactly what's needed to move forward with clarity and intention. Building a life that reflects who he is today, David's life feels like a reflection of everything he has learned along the way. His home, his style, and his creative projects all carry his signature energy, bold, expressive, and deeply personal. More importantly, they reflect a sense of comfort in his own identity. He no longer seems to be proving anything. Instead, he's simply living in a way that feels authentic. His work continues to evolve, but the heart behind it remains the same, bringing joy, color, and individuality into everyday life. He also values meaningful relationships and simple routines, showing that success isn't just about professional achievements. It's about balance, connection, and being at peace with yourself. In many ways, this chapter of his life feels less like a destination and more like a steady, fulfilling rhythm. A story of resilience and authentic living. David Bromstad's journey is not defined by a single moment, but by the way he has navigated every chapter with resilience and honesty. From early struggles to creative breakthroughs, from setbacks to success, his story carries a message that resonates with many people. You don't have to have everything figured out to move forward. What matters is staying true to who you are, even when it's difficult. He has shown that growth often happens quietly, and that healing takes time. More than anything, he reminds us that it's possible to create a life that feels genuine and fulfilling, no matter where you begin. His story isn't just inspiring, it's comforting, because it feels real. And sometimes, that's exactly what people need to see.